Hey, Facebook fans, Pastor Jerry. It's 5:46 Pacific Standard Time here in Henderson, Nevada. It is 102 degrees today in Henderson, Nevada. It is hot, not that bad, but it's pretty darn warm. Hey, I was sitting in my car waiting on my daughter to get out of physical therapy, and I said, "Man, you know what? I wonder if there are any sexually active people out there who are single." Especially with the person that you're having sex with who's not your spouse. And so I'm making this video to kind of wake people up. And I know it's kind of an in-your-face topic, but that's just how I roll. Anyway, I'm sure the question is, why shouldn't you have sex when you're single? Well, first and foremost, the Bible says you shouldn't do it. And that's the end of discussion answer. But let's break it down, I guess emotionally or physically. When you have sex with somebody who's not your spouse, the Bible talks about that you lend your members, literally, your body, your mind, your physical parts of your body. You're the man, and so you should know better. You should be leading her into all things that are Christ. And if you're having sex with her outside of wedlock, she's God's, not yours. And so now you've got to apologize for spiritually raping her. And so anyway, it's so important. It's very, very important to make sure that you're not a Christian single having sex, because you completely fall out of the whole mindset of having a committed walk with Christ. So, real quick, I'm not going to be very, very long because my daughter is in there, and I'm not going to talk about this right in front of her. Even though my wife and I have discussed this with our two kids. So, number one, the Bible talks about that your life is not your own. You're bought with a price. And that's the first reason why you shouldn't be having sex outside of wedlock, is because your body is not your own. and why you're married. So that's my 3 things about why you shouldn't have sex before marriage if you're a Christian single, or period. Even if you're a non-Christian single, why would you want to allow someone inside your body who you have no commitment with? Well, marriage is, well, you know what? God ordained and ordered marriage, the marriage covenant. And you know what? Being married is hard. Being married is a challenge. But watch this. When you're doing it God's way, he'll bless it. And see, there's no blessing in sex outside of marriage. There's no blessing in just doing your own thing. There's no blessing in going from person to person, getting your spirit or your physical jollies. There is a blessing in being married to someone and loving someone and sharing in a sexual moment with that person and knowing that you're the only person they're thinking about. And if you're not thinking about that person, or vice versa, then that's a big problem. But you know what? You will know that before you get married. That's why you allow your spouse, or you allow people in your life to check out your future spouse. That's why you don't hide your boyfriend and girlfriend from other people who can tell you, hey, you know what? I had sex with them a year ago. Hey, don't do that. So that's it. In the discussion, I'm done talking. It's important to make sure that, and this is going to sound so corny, but that you put Christ before your spouse. I'm sorry, you put Christ before your boyfriend. You put Christ before your girlfriend. You put Christ before you. Because you're not your own. You're bought with the price. And the Bible says that the wages or the cost of sin is death. And when you have sex outside of wedlock, you are dying to Christ, or you're dying to Christ every day. But when you have the self-control and the will and the desire to not have sex, you're dying to self. And when you die to selfishness, you become more like Christ. That's it. Go. Have a blessed day. Hey, Janine. See y'all later on. Peace.